and targets the most vulnerable of our communities, and that's something that we need to be aware of and do something about. I mean, it's just broadly the bad mojo.
Fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball!
It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Modern Realty Results, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and the Skinner Law Firm.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
It's a beautiful evening here in Shenandoah Junction as we welcome you into the countdown for first pitch, brought to you by Cody's Body Shop at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, where you get the work done right the first time. Call them at 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Alongside me is Trip Tobin as well as Spencer Dupuis. Our cameramen tonight are Avery Newport and Donald Kinney. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. We'll have some sectional playoff action in Class 3A Section 2, or Region 2, Section 2. There we go. It is Jefferson taking on Washington in the 50th edition of the Jefferson County rivalry. Let me welcome back in my broadcast partners here in Trip Tobin and Spencer Dupuis. And guys, it should be a great one set up tonight, as it is Sammy Roberts on the mound for Jefferson taking on Colin Reed from Washington.
50 between these two teams is probably the most any sports have met between these two schools. Washington, again, opening in 2008. He threw me off guard there, Colin, for a second, but realized they will play probably twice in the postseason as well. So, but it's going to be a good matchup tonight, obviously. It's an earlier matchup. Usually at Jefferson they play 6 p.m. games. Tonight it's at 5 p.m. for the first pitch. And, looking around for Jefferson, they're going to start Sammy Roberts on the bump. And for Washington, they're going to start Colin Reed. For those of you that remember the last time these two teams met at this field, Colin Reed came in, had a great pinch hit. I believe, he had a hit in the top of the 7th inning. Then he came in to close it out. In the bottom of the 7th inning, they won 5-4. And that was the first meeting between these two teams. And the meeting at Washington went Jefferson's way heavily.
Yeah, 14-1 was the final score in that last meeting there at Washington. 5-4 was the final score here at Jefferson. Jefferson leads the all-time series between these two schools, 36-13, as we look at the Cougars. 10-game winning streak for them, 29-3 overall on the season. Only one loss to an in-state team, and that is Washington. They're trying to make it back-to-back years to the state tournament as they take on Washington, who's 14-9 overall on a 4-game winning streak now after that 7-game losing streak. They defeated Hampshire 14-4 yesterday in 6 innings, and if they can win the sectional and then the regional, it would be the first time back to the state tournament since 2017. So we get ready here for first pitch around 5 o'clock. Trip, I know you were writing down the lineups there. What are you hoping to see between these two rivals?
Well, I think last year when these two teams played in the sectional tournament, it was just 3 extremely hard-fought games. And, I expect to see some of the same. You look at the records and different things like that. But Washington is the only team in the state, that has beat Jefferson, and Jefferson understands that the pitching staff, the depth that they have, and the guys they have on offense that can get it done. So, I expect Jefferson to come out and, have a little bit of the butterflies, considering knowing that across the dugout, that across the field in a dugout, the team that can put together, a couple wins and could possibly eliminate them. On the other side of it,
speaking of coming out, the sun has just come out.
On the other side of it, Jefferson, they do what they do. We come down here all the time and we say, well, Chase Herndon pitched well enough to win, or Carson Buber come down here and was in a tight game, said he could have pitched good enough to win, and such came down here and pitched good enough to win. But they don't get those wins because Jefferson, knows how to win the close game. So that's advantage Jefferson. I expect a close game tonight. So, Washington's going to have to score 5, 6, 7 runs in order to beat them. And the Colin Reed, though he's an unbelievable pitcher, Jefferson just finds a way of winning the close game. So you don't want to be playing Jefferson and be up 1-0, 2-0 late in the game, or or down that, because they will close it out or they'll find a way to come back. So it's going to be a great matchup, and it's going to be a tough region here.
All right, let's take our first break here on the countdown to first pitch, which will be at 5 o'clock. It will be a 3-minute commercial break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast, and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your four-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Back to the countdown to first pitch, presented by Cody's Auto Body as we get into our coaches' interviews, brought to you by Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. If you're looking for some fun nightlife and great food at affordable prices, then dine in at Laddie's or carry out by calling them at 304-263-5233. We'll start off our coaches' interviews with the head coach of the Washington Patriots in JT DeSarno. Okay, Coach DeSarno, got a win yesterday against Hampshire, Mercy Rule fashion, and now a big test here on the road against Jefferson in the sectional playoffs. What's your team need to do to get an upset win here against the Cougars?
Well, I think it's just, as we have done in our successful games, is just focus on us, rely on our good pitching and hopefully put some runs up on the board early and, shut them down. So that's kind of the goal, and to go 1-0 today, take each day, day by day.
Bats were in action yesterday. What did you like from your team in that win?
I like their energy. Playoffs, second season, and the kids showed up yesterday. Obviously we wanted to get one win under our belt before coming here, and that was the plan. So everything worked out. The kids had, ready for the challenge, and I think we're ready again today.
Is revenge on the mind after last season?
Well, I've tried to focus a lot on this season. Last season is what it was. There's nothing that they're going to do to change that. So the only thing they can do is look forward and, take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of them today.
Colin Reed on the bump to start things off here against Jefferson. What does he need to do to be successful there on the mound?
Just do what he does every time he's on the mound, be himself. I trust him every time he has the ball in his hands. Again, just like with several of our kids, we've got a good chance to win anytime he's throwing.
A lot of pitchers yesterday in that win against Hampshire, 4 in total, I believe, to limit the pitch count. What do you like from your team depth-wise there when it comes to your team's rotation?
Well, I got a lot of guys I can count on in any given moment against anybody. So, I trust them, and, tournament time, you don't know quite until what happens each day, what the next day entails. So the more guys I can have ready to go and available, I figure the better situation we can be in.
All right, anything else, Coach?
No, we're ready to play.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar & Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar & Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Now joined by the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars, John Lowry, Sr. for the baseball team. Sectional action starting for you guys after a bye, getting to watch Washington defeat Hampshire yesterday, 14-4. Now you get to take on Washington in the winners bracket. What's your team need to do to get a win today?
Well, we just need to try to continue to do the things that we've done all season. Play well defensively. Hopefully our pitching can continue to perform as it has, and have good approach at the plate, and stay in the moment and play it one pitch at a time. I mean, it's just a baseball game. We get everybody to get our guys to realize that. I know we're in a postseason setting, but when you break it down, we're still just in a baseball game, and we got to approach it and try to play the way we've played all year.
Going with one of your seniors on the mound to start things off, and Sammy Roberts, what are you hoping that he does tonight?
Well, Sammy's the senior. He's been experienced. We hope he can build his performance will show his experience and his competitiveness. He's he's a multiple sport athlete here at Jefferson. He's a quarterback on our football team. He likes to compete. He's had a good season for us, not only pitching, but he's swung the bat well for us as well. And he's one of our team leaders. So hopefully, I know he's excited about getting the opportunity tonight, and as all our seniors. And we're looking forward to a good game.
Number one team in the state, regular season EPAC champions as well. All that pressure, how do you make sure the team deals with it properly?
Well, pressure, we try not to look at it as being pressure. It's just opportunity. We have an opportunity to see if we can maintain where we are. A lot of good teams in the state. When you come down to a short series, pitching kind of comes to the forefront, and you look around the state and some of the teams whose record maybe don't they've had a few more losses, but it could be because they've had to play multiple games in the short span period, and they don't have maybe the depth of pitching. We're fortunate to have the depth of pitching, but when you get into a short series, you start seeing the top pitching. So pitching's the key, and we just want to go out and seize on the opportunity to see if we can continue to do as we've done all year, and play as hard and as well as we can.
All right, thank you, Coach Lowry. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Those were our coaches' interviews, again brought to you by Laddie's Bar and Grill, and we'll now get into the EPAC Baseball Roundup as I send it over to Spencer for that.
Yeah, EPAC Baseball Roundup brought to you by Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Over 120 years combined experience as accident, injury, and disability lawyers. Go to burkeandschultz.com or call them at 304-263-0900. We'll play hardball. Last night, obviously, we had the Martinsburg game against Musselman. Musselman fell in that one, and as Martinsburg won 8-5. They'll be waiting to see the winner of tonight's game against Musselman and Hedgesville, as Hedgesville beat Spring Mill 7-1 last night. So that game is slated for 7 p.m. and then we'll have that tomorrow, and then we'll send it to break. We'll be back here in 2 minutes to get things going here. You're tuned in to West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 2 minutes, Nick.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Pilot and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Ridgeline, CR-V, or Passport. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
When it comes to breast cancer, early detection is the key. During the month of May, WVU Medicine will offer 3D mammogram screening clinics to women 40 and older on select weekdays at our Spring Mills Women's Imaging Center and our Jefferson Women's Imaging Center for just $60. This discount fee helps patients who haven't met their deductible, whose insurance doesn't include one with an annual exam, and for those with no insurance. Schedule your 3D mammogram today. Call WVU Medicine at 1-844-802-2734, option 2.
Welcome back here to Seger Field at Jefferson High School as we get you your starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Trip, take it away.
Starting off tonight for your visiting Patriots, playing shortstop, doing the leadoff, number 2, Braden Stottlemyre. Playing in right field, batting second, number 9, Ryan McCarthy. Batting third, number 7, playing left field, Cam Moore. Doing the pitching tonight and batting cleanup, number 14, Colin Reed. Batting fifth, center fielder, number 17, Kobe Smith. 6 is your third baseman, number 21, Zach Wick. 7th, your second baseman, number 8, Brendan Kerr. Doing the catching tonight, batting eighth is Ty Broughton, number 4. Your DH for tonight's game and batting ninth is number 3, Brandon Dunbar. He's DHing for the first baseman tonight, Devin Matei, number 19.
All right, we'll get you Jefferson's lineup there in the bottom of the inning as Stottlemyre will step in first for Washington here in tonight's sectional matchup between Jefferson and Washington. Jefferson in the old gold uniforms, white hats, white pants. Washington in the all blue uniforms with red numerals on the front and back and the W across the left side of the chest. First pitch from Sammy Roberts is below the knees of Stottlemyre for ball 1, and that's how we'll start things off as your first pitch, brought to you by the Mortgage Center on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. One call will save you thousands. Call them at 304-267-9040. 1-0 count to the leadoff batter for Washington, Braden Stottlemyre. Next pitch from Roberts. Again, right down the middle, but below the knees, taken ball 2 by Stottlemyre.
Colin, it's a nice day out here, too.
It is, as we'll get your weather in a moment as this pitch catches the outside part of the plate, makes the count now 2-1 to Stottlemyre.
Jeff King behind the plate.
Roberts works quickly this pitch, again, cuts outside, makes the count now 3-1 to Stottlemyre, the leadoff batter. Kick in the delivery from Sammy Roberts. Fastball called strike 2 to make the count full against Stottlemyre. Slight breeze here at Seger Field. Payoff pitch from Roberts. Ripped right past Roberts into center field. It's going to be a lead-off single for Stottlemyre to kick things off for the Patriots.
Good first at bat for Braden Stottlemyre. Seen a lot of pitches, but it was nothing but fastballs, so Sammy didn't show much other than just his fastball. He placing it here and there, but Jeff King here behind the plate is going to have a pretty good strike zone here tonight. Not going to be given anything box to box, so the pitchers are going to have to be, around the plate as they should. And in order to get a strike, they're not going to be given anything here tonight with these guys, with him behind the plate. James Franklin's on first, Buck Huffmaster is out at second, and looks like Mr. Alderman's over at third tonight.
1-0 count to Ryan McCarthy. The pitch from Roberts right down the heart of the plate evens the count up at 1-1.
And we'll get you the weather, brought to you by Kelly's All-State Insurance. For all your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. Sun has come out, 74 degrees here, mostly cloudy with a little bit of sun.
Fly ball to right field, tracking it in is Connor Bailey, foul line. 3 people dive for it, and none of them can make the catch there in Jefferson's bullpen. So it'll just be a strike to make the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody hurt, though. A couple of them look like they're about to collide in the grass. Nobody ran into each other as we get a new ball.
They did
thrown
fall to
into
the ground.
Sammy Roberts.
Yeah, Cienfuegos, Pavanelli, and Connor Bailey, all three down there giving chase. All three had, an equal chance at it there, and it just fell in, but not because of a lack of effort. Everyone was diving, and bodies were going across the ground there.
Throw over by Roberts to first base, sliding in head first is Stoudemire safely. 1-2 count to McCarthy. Nobody out, runner on first for Washington in the top of the first inning at Seger Field here at Jefferson High School. Roberts shakes his head, the pitch, ripped right into left center field, it hits the gap, and it'll be a back-to-back single for Washington. Runners on first and second now to bring up Cameron Moore.
Yeah, a little bit of second chance there after that pop fly dropped over there after Cienfuegos get chasing and just found the fastball that was up a little bit and didn't get a lot of hard contact on it, maybe shortened up there with 2 strikes and just drove it over the shortstop's head into left field. They're in a great position here with Cam Moore and Reed coming to the plate, two very good hitters here, especially situational hitters.
The lefty steps to the plate. The pitch from Roberts, scoring the bunt is Moore. He puts it right down the third baseline. Coming in on it is Horowitz, and he won't make a throw. Everybody's safe. Bases loaded now for Colin Reed, and nobody out in the top of the first inning for Washington.
Beautifully placed bunt. Horowitz has to stay back there and guard third once he realized he was the only person with the play. Come charging in, but it was too late. Cam Moore with all that speed out of the box, and so here we have an opportunity with one of the top hitters in the EPAC here to help himself at the plate.
Colin Reed batting .419 on the season. First pitch from Roberts, low for strike 1.
Good pitcher's pitch there, that's for sure. Low inside at the knees, and that's just a tough pitch there, so good job by Sammy.
This one gets by the catcher, Ryan Hefner, coming home to score, sliding head first safely is Stoudemire. Washington leads 1-0 as the other 2 runners advance, and McCarthy to third, Moore to second. It's a 1-1 count and a 1-0 lead for the Patriots over Jefferson in the top of the first with nobody out still, and that's going to send Coach Lowry Sr. out to meet Sammy Roberts and the rest of his infield on the pitcher's mound.
I thought they were going to get Braden there at first. The ball kicked off the bricks there, but Braden Stoudemire come in. He came in hot and head first slide, got that hand in, and the throw was there, but he just extremely quick getting through there.
As the mound visit concludes, everybody will go back to their places. It's a 1-1 count to Colin Reed, the pitcher for Washington, trying to help out his cause. Already up 1-0 with runners on second and third. Pitch from Roberts, a grounder over to the shortstop. Kinsler scoops it up, fires it across the first to Pavanelli for the first out, but the fielder's choice will allow McCarthy to score. It's now 2-0, and Moore heads over to third.
Ground ball there, just all it took there to get the run in. The defense was back, so all he had to do is get the ball in play there. And now you got the defense up. Everybody's up with 1 out, down 2-0.
First pitch swinging is Kobe Smith, and he'll foul it into Jefferson's dugout for strike 1. A 1 count, infield in with 1 out and a 2-0 lead for Washington. Breaking ball going to be chopped over to the first baseman, Pavanelli. He's going to step on the bag, and out number 2 now. Staying put at third base is Moore.
Not much that Cam could do there. Is if he could have read it right off the bat, maybe, because it wasn't hit very hard, but you just can't get out there in that play. So just unfortunate there that they didn't get that run in, but fortunate for Jefferson that they were able to play the defense.
Zach Wick, first pitch swinging to right field. It's going to hook foul past the glove of Connor Bailey, past the first base line into the Jefferson bullpen, almost making the catch, but it hits the gravel for strike one to Zach Wick.
Give a long chase for it all the way over into the bullpen again. It's twice now he's had to run over there tonight.
A 1 count for Roberts here against Zach Wick. Wick batting .311 on the season. The next pitch, breaking ball for strike two as Wick takes that one by him into the glove of Ryan Hefner. Runner on third for Washington. Sammy Roberts sets. Pitch, a grounder to the second baseman. Cienfuegos scoops it up, fires it to first for the third out, but not before 2 runs cross the plate for Washington on 3 hits at the end of the top of the first. The Patriots lead the Cougars 2-0. Let's take a 1-minute break, then we'll be back for the bottom of the first. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
Finding the right home can be a tough decision, but finding the right lender doesn't have to be. With 32 years of experience, the Mortgage Center knows how to find the right loan for you that requires little or no money down. The Mortgage Center's mobile-friendly website makes the application process quick and stress-free. And as always, you'll want to get pre-approved before you contact any real estate agent or builder. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, call the Mortgage Center at 304-267-9040 or visit mortgagefinancing.com today.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the first, and I'll now send it to Tripp for the Jefferson starting lineup.
Tonight for Jefferson, leading off playing right field, number 9, Connor Bailey. Batting second, your shortstop, number 3, Kelly Kinsler. In the 3-hole, your center fielder, number 6, Sam Wabnitz. Doing the pitching tonight and batting cleanup, number 22, Sam Roberts. Playing third base, batting fifth, number 8, Griffin Horowitz. In the 6th spot, the catcher, number 4, Ryan Hefner. Doing the DHing tonight in the 7th spot, number 26, Noah Carter. Playing first base and batting 8th, number 18, J.J. Pavanelli. Playing left field tonight and rounding out the order is number 42, Daquan Shipe. And playing second base and being DH4 is number 16, Josh Cienfuegos.
And again, your starting lineups brought to you by Tripp's Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Tripp's Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at trippsfloorsanding.com. Colin Reed on the mound for Washington, getting hugs from his teammates. It's the Patriots lead Jefferson 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning now. Again, it is Bailey up to bat for the Cougars, trying to get the Cougars on the right foot here as they already trail at home here against the number 2 seed in the section.
Similar to last night when we seen Musselman come out swinging.
As Bailey takes the first pitch for strike one from Colin Reed to start off this bottom of the first inning. Reed waits for Bailey to step back into the right-handed box. Kick in the delivery from Reed, a hard fastball right down the middle for strike two. As Colin Reed makes it an 0-2 count now against Bailey.
Hey, are we shocked? We're at Sager Field and it's windy.
It's not as much as the last time, but still may or may not cause an issue. Grounder right back to Colin Reed from Bailey. Catches it, throws it over to the first baseman, Devin Matei, for out number 1. That'll bring up Kinsler.
Very soft contact there by just kind of protecting the plate there. So induced the ground ball right back to him. Just a big chop off the dirt there, right to Reed.
First pitch from Reed to Kinsler at the knees for strike one.
At the moment, looks like Reed has control of that fastball, placing it in different areas and all these 3 pitches.
Breaking ball just misses the knees of Kinsler, evens the count up at 1-1.
Yeah, that just missed.
Kinsler steps back into the box, the kick and the pitch. Ripped right over the shortstop who jumps into the air. Braden Stoudemire with One of the best catches you will see from any high schooler there at shortstop for out number 2. Full extension there in the air to snag that one out of the sky.
Acrobatic there, very athletic, and things are going
I thought that was going to be a base hit.
Oh, I did too. He just, I'm not sure how high he got up there, but
it sounds like it's a Washington home game right now too.
I'm not sure. He may be able to dunk a basketball with that kind of height.
Have to ask him later. As the first pitch from Reed to Wobnitz right down the middle for strike 1. Next pitch inside, evens the count up at 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on base. 2-0 lead for Washington in the bottom of the first inning here in this sectional matchup between Jefferson and Washington High Schools. Pitch from Reed just misses inside for ball 2 to Wobnitz. Wobnitz chokes up a little bit on the bat. The windup and the delivery from Reed. Breaking ball in the dirt. 3-1 count now to Sammy Wobnitz.
Definitely, I believe Reed wanted to throw that one for a strike. He just got dunked it there. He didn't want to go down 3-1, so still trying to get control of that secondary pitches.
Reed fastball, chopper, down the third baseline and foul from Wobnitz. Make the count full at 3-2.
Still able to place that fastball.
3-2 count, 2 outs, nobody on for Jefferson. So Wobnitz up to bat. The pitch from Reed. Ripped right over the head of Reed, over to the second base. Shortstop scoops it up. Stoudemire to Matei, who stretches out, makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, go Jefferson. It's 2-0 at the end of 1. We're back in 1 minute. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Welcome back here to the top of the second. We go. Due up is the 7, 8, 9 batters for Washington and Kerr, Broughton, and Dunbar as the Patriots lead the Cougars 2-0 after 3 straight singles for the Patriots there in the top of the first from Stoudemire, McCarthy, and Moore. And then the rest of the lineup in Reed, Smith, and Wick got retired, but 2 runs across the plate. Sammy Roberts on the mound. The first pitch, a grounder to the shortstop from Kerr. Scooping it up is Kinsler. He tosses it over to first. Pavanelli makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out to start off the second inning to bring up Ty Broughton.
2 really good shortstops here tonight. Very smooth. It was phenomenal defense last inning by Braden Stoudemire, and his counterpart there, Kellen Kinsler on the Jefferson side, has been as smooth as anybody as well this spring. So look for great shortstop play. We've already seen it. Some unbelievable plays from Stoudemire the last inning, and Kinsler is certainly capable of that as well.
First pitch from Roberts. Breaking ball that breaks outside of the plate. Ty Broughton takes it for ball 1. Next pitch from Roberts. Fastball this time. Catches the outside part of home plate, even to count up at 1-1. Broughton takes a couple practice chops. Pitch ripped right up off the pitcher's mound into center field. It is a single for Ty Broughton to bring up Brendan Dunbar.
Looks like Smedek's going to run for him. Bradley Smedek coming in a courtesy run for the catcher.
4 hits so far, all singles for Washington. That brings up the designated hitter, Brendan Dunbar, with a runner on first and 1 out for the Patriots.
Getting ready to turn this lineup back over to the top with the man on here. Samuel Roberts needs to shut this down if at all possible, and try to get Dunbar, get 2 outs before he has to face that top.
First pitch to Dunbar, high for ball 1. Roberts stares at the base, runner on first. Back at home plate, and a timeout is called by Dunbar as he steps out of the right-handed box and back in. Roberts sets from the stretch, the pitch, fastball at the knees, evens the count up at 1-1 to Dunbar now. Roberts adjusts his hat on his head, looks over at Broughton at first, and looks behind him at second. Pitch, fouled off the bat of Dunbar and over the indoor hitting facility for Jefferson on the first base side for strike 2.
No strikeouts yet today. And pitcher's throwing to contact, batter swinging the baseball bat.
And there you go, the first strikeout as Tripp spoke it into existence. Caught looking, down goes Dunbar for out number 2.
Big sweeping curveball there from Sammy, so sends Dunbar back.
It sends the top of the lineup and Stoudemire up to bat. Curveball outside, strike 1 as it catches the outside part of home plate against Stoudemire. 2 out, runner on first, and Ty Broughton for Washington. Sammy Roberts for Jefferson on the mound. 2-0 ball game for Washington as the pitch in the dirt evens the count at 1-1. Winner stays alive in the winner's bracket and will get to host the sectional championship. Loser will have to play Hampshire tomorrow. It's the pitch. Just misses outside for ball 2.
Not so sure that Washington wants a host. They got a heck of a crowd here, and it's like a home game here for them. They're making a lot of noise. They're excited. The fans are excited.
Stoudemire takes the pitch from Roberts. Fastball outside. 3-1 count now to Braden Stoudemire, who singled and later scored in the top of the first inning.
Going to have to feed him something here. He'll be sitting on this pitch.
Pitch ripped right past the shortstop, off the grass and into the outfield. It's going to be another single for Stoudemire. Put him at first, as well as Broughton on second to bring up McCarthy.
Medic, the courtesy runner out there at second. Stoudemire on, now all these hits except for McCarthy, whose hit really wasn't hit that hard, been basically ground balls that made it through the infield. So, it's not like Sammy Roberts was giving up a lot of hard contact, but certainly Washington swinging the baseball bat and finding the hole.
First pitch, a half-hearted swing from Ryan McCarthy for strike 1 as he went to chase it but tried to hold the bat back and was unable to do so. Pitch from Roberts. Breaks outside. 0-2 count now to Ryan McCarthy. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Roberts trying to get Jefferson out of the inning. Sets on the mound. Looks behind him. Pitch. Fastball right down the middle. Called strike 3. Down goes Ryan McCarthy to end the top of the second inning. It remains 2-0. We'll head to the bottom of the second after a 1-minute commercial break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. Better now?
You're good.
What's up?
Just something that we've been doing forever.
What?
I asked him, he goes, no.
What's he supposed to do?
He's supposed to post the link from the YouTube.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Finding the right home can be a tough decision, but finding the right lender doesn't have to be. With 32 years of experience, the Mortgage Center knows how to find the right loan for you that requires little or no money down. The Mortgage Center's mobile-friendly website makes the application process quick and stress-free. And as always, you'll want to get pre-approved before you contact any real estate agent or builder. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, call the Mortgage Center at 304-267-9040 or visit mortgagefinancing.com today.
In Hefner. Sammy, after getting 2 strikeouts at the top of the second, up to bat now for Jefferson as they trail Washington 2-0.
He settled in there. He did a real nice job of shutting down that little spurt there once again by Washington. Washington has hitting is contagious. In the ball, it seems like when hits are falling, they continue to fall. And he did a nice job of getting those strikeouts there after a couple of, sandwiched in between a couple of hits.
Fastball inside at the knees for ball 1. Start off this bottom of the second inning against Sammy Roberts. Next pitch from Colin Reed. Another fastball going to be fouled off the foot, I believe, of Roberts. And back to the catcher, Ty Broughton, for strike 1.
I believe Reed's at around 14 pitches through 12 in the first inning. So a pretty efficient first inning, 1-2-3 first.
1-1 count against Roberts. Pitch from Reed, breaking ball. Slow chopper in the infield grass down the third baseline. Wick charges in, throws it to Matei at first for out number 1.
Nice play by Wick there. Sammy got a hold of it, chopped it into the ground there. Wick come charging in, threw on the runs, threw a strike over there to Matei. Matei does a pretty good job over there of stretching. We seen at the end of last inning, he stretched that one out for Stoudemire, so a good defensive first baseman over there. Right now, Washington is playing, a great defensive game.
Brings up Finn Horowitz, first pitch. Breaking ball just misses inside for ball 1. Caught Finn a little bit off guard as this pitch ripped down the first base line and drops right in front of Ryan McCarthy for a single for Horowitz. Bring up Hefner.
Great job by Horowitz just going with that pitch and not trying to do too much with it. It was a fastball away, drove it away, and something that they're going to have to do tonight against Colin Reed to be successful is take what he gives them.
Runner on first, 1 out in the bottom of the second. It is 2-0 Washington over Jefferson. As Hefner steps into the right-handed box. Pitch from Reed, right down the middle for strike 1 against Hefner.
Griffin, a steal threat over there, stole bases this year.
Reed shakes off the first call from Ty Broughton, his catcher. And a timeout will be called for the pitch from Hefner. Hefner takes a practice swing, puts a line in the dirt in front of home plate and steps back into the box. The pitch, high and outside, evens the count now at 1-1 strike to Hefner. It's the first hit there from Horowitz for Jefferson. It's Colin Reed. Off the stretch, it's going to be ripped straight to the second baseman, Kerr. Underhand tosses it to shortstop Stoudemire. Throws it over to first, Matei. Full split, makes the catch in the dirt. The double play ends the second inning. It's 2-0 Washington. We'll head to the third after a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Welcome back here. Sectional baseball playoff action. Third inning. 2-0 Washington leads Jefferson. Due up for Washington, Moore, Reed, and Smith. The 3, 4, 5 batters in the Patriot lineup.
Hefner hit that ball hard to second base, but it was sitting right in that double play depth right where Kerr was playing, and everything's going right for Washington. You know, when you come to Jefferson, you don't expect to get the rolls very often, or get the calls and different things. You know, not say calls, but you don't seem to get the breaks. How about that? And right now, you know, Washington is getting those. They need to take advantage of that. Jefferson's not the #1 team in the state for no reason. They're not going away, and they're going to continue to contact the baseball.
First pitch in the dirt to Moore for ball 1. For those that might have forgot, actually, last year, the 3 games that were played playoff-wise between these two schools, Washington did take that first game there in the sectional tournament, but then Jefferson came back to win the next 2 to become the champions of the section, as this one taken for ball 2 to Cam Moore.
And they had a commanding lead in game 3 and give it up. 6-7 run lead early.
Yep, they lost 13-10 there in that one that ultimately decided the sectional championship, as this pitch, a fastball inside, ball 3 to Moore. Roberts down 3-0 in the count now on the mound to pitch low, and it'll be a 4-pitch walk to start off the top of the third against Cam Moore. It's the first walk we've had from either team tonight as well.
Yeah, not a guy you want to put on first base if you're Sam Roberts. A lot of speed over there, and you got Colin Reed coming to the plate who can put one in the gap, and so. You know, you could send Cam Moore off and running. Should he find one of those gaps out there, he could potentially score on that. Certainly could go from first to third on a single.
Going on the pitch is the runner Cam Moore. The throw sliding in, and it tagged out. Beautiful throw there by Ryan Hefner. Kinsler positioned perfectly on the bag. Ball lands in his glove and immediately makes the tag, so Moore will be out as the pitch also called a strike, so it's an 0-1 count to Reed with nobody on base and 1 out now.
It was a bang play.
Pitch high and outside, 1-1 count now to Colin Reed. Moore had a great jump. It was just a beautiful throw there by Ryan Hefner. Fouled off hard. Out of play into the trees.
I don't know how to explain it to you. He threw it kind of low from Hefner, and it tailed back to the bag, but he threw it to the left side, and it tailed right back on the hop, and it slid right in the glove and let Cam slide into it. Cam didn't think he was out, which they never do. But, at first I didn't think he was out. But, of course, I don't have the bird's eye view that Buck Huffmaster has out there right on top of it, but it was no doubt a bang play there.
2-2 count. Pitch from Roberts. Swing and a miss. The third strikeout of the evening for Sammy Roberts, as down goes Colin Reed for out number 2 to bring up Kobe Smith with 2 outs in the top of the third. Still 2-0 Washington, leading Jefferson here in this sectional baseball playoff game. Those of you just tuning in here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Smith grounded directly to the first baseman, J.J. Pavanelli, in his last at-bat. Sammy Roberts sets in the pitch, high and inside. Leaning back is Kobe Smith. Make sure it didn't hit him in the head for ball 1.
See, Sammy's kind of absorbed that opening volley there. He settled in a bit. He did give up the 4-pitch walk to Cam, but he was erased on the caught steal, and then he struck out one of the better hitters in the state.
This one, line drive into left center field. It'll be a 2-out single for Kobe Smith to bring up Zach Wick. All 6 now of the hits for Washington been singles so far. So the small ball has worked for the Patriots.
Station to station.
Fundamentals. That's what it comes down to for Washington as they lead 2-0 against Jefferson. Pitch, fastball outside from Roberts against Wick for ball 1.
And that's a heck of a throw earlier from Hefner because Moore's not an easy out to get.
Next pitch from Roberts. Again outside, 2-0 count to Wick. Runner on first. It's Kobe Smith after the single in the last at bat. Roberts checks the runner. Pitch takes a little bit of the speed off of that one. As it goes right down the middle for a strike to make the count 2-1.
If he didn't get caught stealing there and he was in safe, it's 3-0. So that's how big that play is.
Pitch, off-speed pitch, catches the outside part of the plate, evens the count at 2-2 as Sammy Roberts battling back here in this at-bat against Zach Wick. First 2 pitches were balls, next 2 were strikes. The pitch now from Roberts, high and inside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. Expect him to go on the pitch. Wick steps back into the box. Roberts sets. Runner going. Pitch right at the knees, called strike 3. 4 strikeouts now for Sammy Roberts. Went to the bottom of the 3rd. Score remains 2-0. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Welcome back here to Sager Field. It's 2-0 Washington leading Jefferson as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Carter, Pavanelli, and Shipe, the 7, 8, 9 batters, due up for Jefferson. Waiting for Hampshire is the loser of this game. Winner will advance all the way to Saturday.
A 1 p.m. game. I do believe.
If it is played here, I believe. That's all I heard from Coach Lowry was if they host Saturday, it would be at 1 p.m. But as of right now, it would be Washington to host as they lead 2-0. Only other game going on in the region is Hedgesville-Musselman. That one will have a first pitch at 7 p.m.
Colin Ridge still facing the minimum after that double play. Got the single by Horowitz, but he was erased by the double play. So here we are in the 3rd inning, and the leadoff batter is the number 7 hitter. So facing the minimum so far.
First 2 pitches. The first one was at the knees for strike 1. The second one below the knees of Carter for ball 1.
That one just missed.
Next pitch. Another breaking ball. This one does paint the corner and hit the knees of Carter for strike 2. Reed, one hopper in the dirt, makes the count now 2-2 after it went off the glove of Broughton. So he gets a new ball to throw back to Reed. 2-2 count against Noah Carter, the designated hitter for Jefferson. Broughton sets up outside the pitch, hits off home plate. Count now full from Colin Reed. It's a 3-2 count to Carter. 2-0 Washington leads Jefferson. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. A sectional playoff game. That's a ball that hits over to the shortstop off the pitcher's mound. Kerr bobbles it. Throw to Matei, not in time. So it'll be Carter safe at first to start off the bottom of the third inning after it went past the glove of Reed off the pitcher's mound and then directly to Kerr, but he was unable to make the play as well.
Yeah, I think he deflected it, kind of, went off I don't know I guess it went off the glove of Reed maybe, or at least he kind of shielded it, but then he turned around and it looked like that Kerr's going to make the play, but he kind of bobbled it, and then by that time it was a little too late. So the first crack in the defense we've seen for Washington as they've played spectacular to that point.
First pitch, Pavanelli fouled off. Carter's on first after that was ruled an error by Brendan Kerr. First error of the evening. This pitch from Reed outside. 1-1 count now to Pavanelli.
Again, like you said, Jefferson's not going to go away. Don't think that 2 runs has got them in that dugout, scared. So, Washington's going to have to continue put pressure on offensively if they want to unseed this number 1 team in the state. And
I mean, they got one of the best pitchers on the mound in the area in Reed to do so with a lead.
Grounder right in between the shortstop and third baseman into left field. It'll be a single for Pavanelli. Now runners on first and second to bring up Daquan Shipe with nobody out.
Yep. I think Daquan Shipe rocking the 42. I always love seeing somebody in 42.
7-8 guys getting it done here for Jefferson, finding some C&I hits. That's what happened for Washington in the first inning. The ball got through the infield, and they took advantage. So maybe Daquan looking to bunt here to kind of move those guys over. Yep.
Daquan Shipe squares the bunt. Misses it for strike 1. We've seen Shipe last week against Spring Mills hit a walk-off sac fly, a 1-0 win. He has runners on first and second now in the bottom of the third as Jefferson trails Washington 2-0. A breaking ball, big swing and a miss from Shipe for strike 2.
Yeah, the junior hitting around 230 on the season.
Now behind in the count against Colin Reed, who's yet to have a strikeout but has an 0-2 count here against Shipe.
And Shipe doesn't hit that often.
Pitch, fastball, popped over and out of play on the first base side to keep the count at 0-2. 2 strike, Shipe most likely will not square to bunt anymore. It has a lot of room in between on each side of the shortstop and third base, and then first and second. Infield a little bit back as well. Breaking ball just misses outside from Reed. Washington faithful not happy with the call. It's a 1-2 count to Daquan Shipe. Shipe steps back into the box. Reed looks at the runner behind him. Kick in the delivery, a fastball. Called strike 3. Down goes Shipe. First strikeout for Colin Reed in the first out in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, and for Shipe, he only has 57 plate appearances this year, and a lot of the guys on this Jefferson team that are everyday players, they get to hit, are up in the 70s. So not as many plate appearances.
He just needed to get that bunt down there is what he needed to do. At that point, not sure why they took the bunt off of him really with the the second strike. So you get the bunt down and give Connor Bailey a chance to tie this game with a single, one of the best hitters. So whether or not he missed the signal with the 2 strikes, or if Coach Lowry thought he might be able to have a quality at bat at that point, but he was down 1 strike already, and he ended up striking out. But that
line drive into left field, rounding third and heading home is Carter. The throw not in time. It's 2-1 now. Jefferson cuts Washington's lead in half. An RBI single for Connor Bailey.
And if the bunt gets down, both runs score there. So Bailey is definitely one of the better hitters in the area. Great hitter for Jefferson, and shows it right there. First pitch swinging, driving the baseball. So both these teams are going to swing the bat tonight, and they just need to pitchers need to settle in and
Pitch in front of Ty Broughton. He can't find it. A delayed steal. The throw to second. Not in time. Both runners advanced on an awkward pitch that hopped off Broughton, who thought it went behind him, but it went in front of the batter. And Kinsler.
Well, and Bailey hesitated there because he thought the catcher knew where it was, and when he didn't, he started to go, and then the catcher and Broughton picked it up, and the guy covering second base had to come in front of the base to even get the ball, so Bailey was safe.
Colin Reed's next pitch, low for ball 2. 2-0 count, 1 out. Tying run on third, go-ahead run on second now for Jefferson as Washington leads 2-1 in this bottom of the third inning. First baseman Devin Matei in on the infield grass, as well as the third baseman Zach Wick. The pitch at the knees of Kinsler for strike 1.
Yeah, the middle's back in double play depth, but Kerr is over too far, to make that double play for whatever. Oh, excuse me, on second and third, so it doesn't really matter. They're up, I guess, defending in some type of bunt or squeeze or.
Pitch outside from Colin Reed. 3-1 count now to Kinsler.
I don't want to confuse anyone at home. Men on second and third. The corners are up. I'm not sure why the middle's not if the corners are up. So we have an odd defense with the middle back.
Pitch, fastball right down the middle, directly to the third baseman. Wick drops to a knee, throws to home. The tag from Ty Broughton on the head of the runner, Pavanelli, for out number 2. And that fielder's choice will allow Kinsler to first, as well as Bailey to third. But the score remains 2-1. Great play there by Wick.
Great play by Wick. Just a very bad read by Pavanelli. Not smart base running there at all. And it cost Jefferson a run as he broke on contact. And it was just a shot right to the drawn-in third baseman, and he threw him out easily.
Runners on the corners now with 2 outs to bring up Wobnitz for Jefferson. Pitch from Reed. Breaking ball that goes by Ty Broughton. The runner coming home to throw. Not in time. We're tied up at 2.
Yeah, speed. Lots of speed there with Connor Bailey. He only needed the ball to squeak away.
Yeah.
And that's all it did. It was actually a passed ball. It wasn't a wild pitch. Broughton just didn't handle it. Maybe he thought that the runner was going to take off, or Kinsler might take off for second, so not quite sure why he mishandled that, but it just only got away a few feet, and it was just a foot race between Connor and Colin to to home plate.
Pitch high for ball 2 against Wobnitz. Kinsler on second. It's a 2-2 ball game now in the bottom of the third with 2 outs here between Washington and Jefferson at Seger Field. Sun comes out of the clouds. Reed looks behind him. A fastball, grounder to the shortstop. Stoudemire unable to make the play as it looked like it was going to be routine, but he didn't bend down far enough. It goes off his glove, stays in the dirt. Runners on the corners now after the error by the shortstop to bring up Sammy Roberts.
Came up on him there. Came up, got him in the chest, and Wobnitz way too fast for a bobble play right there. So things are going Jefferson's way at the moment, just like they did for Washington in the first inning. Knew there was going to be a barrage. You knew Jefferson wasn't going to go away, so now Washington has to withstand it, and it's just going to be a tough day all day long for these pitchers trying to get these hitters out, keep these guys off the scoreboard.
First pitch from Reed to Roberts, high and outside for ball 1.
But as bad as a read as Pavanelli got on the ground ball, that's how good of a read Bailey got on the pass ball.
Pitch ripped into right center field. It's high. Backtracking is Kobe Smith. And he can't get there. It one hops the wall. That's going to allow one runner to score. Rounding from third, heading home is Wobnitz. It is now 4-2 Jefferson after a base-clearing double by Sammy Roberts.
Yeah, and it just seems like just the magic is in the air right now for Jefferson after a bad top of the first inning for them on the defensive side. It seems like everything's coming back to be on their side now.
Yeah, the bricks are going their way now. They're hitting the baseball and forcing Washington to make a few mistakes. And got a runner out there now, number 7. If you want to get a timeout here.
Coach DeSarno going to head out to the mound, try to settle his team after they have allowed 4 runs to cross here in the bottom of the third. Jefferson now in the lead here in this sectional playoff game between 2 rivals in Jefferson County, West Virginia.
Yeah, the courtesy runner there at second, the sophomore Vickers.
And allows Sammy Roberts to rest. Now with a 2-run lead.
Horowitz coming to the plate at a single last time. Got a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs.
Finn steps into the box. Reed on the mound. Vickers on second, the runner for Jefferson. The first pitch from Colin Reed going to be fouled off the chest of batter there in Finn Horowitz for strike 1.
A couple errors this inning has aided this barrage, aided this run-scoring inning. A pass ball and 2 actually would be an error as well, make the 3rd error, but 2 infield errors and a pass ball has, caused.
Horowitz fouls this one off over the press box behind home plate. It's now an 0-2 count for Colin Reed on the mound trying to get Washington out of this bottom of the 3rd inning. Runner on second, 2 outs, an 0-2 count against Horowitz. Reed steps off the rubber, calls time on the mound to reset.
Now about to throw his 50th pitch, as he was very efficient through the first 2 innings. Now he's having a long labor inning here.
Yep, I had him at 20 through the 2, so he's now at 30 here in this 3rd inning. And another foul ball from Horowitz to keep the count at 0-2.
It's not going to get any easier as he starts down this line up into the meat of it there in the middle of it.
Colin Reed sets, checks, Vickers behind him. Pitch, breaking ball, fouled out of play down the first base line. All 4 pitches here in this at-bat have been foul balls for Horowitz, as the count is 0-2.
Trying to stay away from the middle end with him. His fast hands, he's got home run power to that side, so you're looking for him to go away, but maybe they'll try to sneak something inside as they've went away so many times.
Timeout called at home plate. Horowitz steps out of the box, back in. 4-2 Jefferson on top of Washington. Reed on the mound for the Patriots. The pitch, ripped. Wow. That looked like it was going to be an RBI down the 3rd base line, but Zach Wick with the ice cream cone catch to end the inning. It is still 4-2 now. Jefferson on top. We'll head to the 4th after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch! The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Top of the 4th inning we go here at Sager Field. Jefferson now on top of Washington 4-2 as we have the coaching staff of Martinsburg in attendance here in
Coach
Jefferson
Byler was trying
County.
to take my headset.
I'd be okay with that if Byler wanted to join us for a little bit, if you approve there, executive producer Spencer.
I mean, he's probably scouting for the region tournament.
He can scout from behind the microphone.
Due up for Washington, Kerr, Broughton, and Dunbar.
I wonder if his broadcast voice is like his interview voice.
Sammy Roberts still on the mound for Jefferson is the first pitch right down the heart of the plate for strike one against Kerr.
Washington 7-8-9 needs to do what Jefferson 7-8-9 did last inning. That's get on base.
This pitch off the foot and into the net in behind home plate. 1-1 is the count now to Kerr. Roberts gets a new ball, sets on the mound, line up in the pitch, fastball low and outside, 2-1 to Kerr. Kerr 0 for 1 today, grounded out to the shortstop off one pitch in the second inning as a timeout is called. Slowly, Ryan Hefner, the catcher, walks out to Sammy Roberts and meet in front of the pitcher's mound to make sure they're on the same page. 2-1, nobody on base. It's Kerr up to bat for Washington. Start off the top of the fourth inning as Jefferson up by 2 against Washington. Pitch, fastball. One hops to the third baseman, and Horowitz throws it across the diamond to Pavanelli for out number 1. That will bring up Ty Broughton for Washington, who singled to center in his last at bat. Ty Broughton steps into the box here against Sammy Roberts. 1 out, nobody on for Washington in the road blue uniforms. Pitch low and away from Roberts for ball 1 against Broughton. Broughton steps back into the box. Dunbar on deck. The pitch from Roberts bounces off the dirt in front of home plate. It's now a 2-0 count to Broughton.
Looks like it sent the camera sky up in the air.
Yeah, I've got to go fix it.
Good eye there, Tripp. So we allow Spencer to go do that. 2-0 count. Roberts rips from Broughton into left field. It'll be a single for the catcher, Ty Broughton, to bring up Dunbar. And it looks like Aaron Byler's going to grab the broadcast headset here and join us for a little bit as Spencer readjusts the camera. If you're going to take Spencer's duties, you might have to change the camera angles for us as well, Coach Byler.
You know, I'm kind of on Tripp's payroll here. I can only show up at game time and call the game. I don't think I can do anything else.
1 out, runner on first. Dunbar up to bat against Roberts. Pitch, a fastball outside for ball 1 against Dunbar.
Bradley Smedick in as a courtesy runner, but that bat's heating up for Ty Broughton. Exactly what Washington needs. They need to answer here, not let Jefferson grab a bunch of momentum.
Breaking ball, outside corner, called a strike to Dunbar, makes the count 1-1.
Dunbar needs to put together a productive at bat and turn this lineup back over to the top.
Roberts nods, kicking the delivery, a fastball, called strike 2 as Dunbar freezes up there in the right-handed box.
One thing that happened earlier when Hefner threw out Cam Moore, it really shut down Washington's any thoughts of running game there.
Roberts throws over to first softly, sliding in safely is Broughton.
And again, when he got thrown out, the very next batter got a base hit, which would have been, or at least I think the batter after that would have given him a 3-0 lead at that point, but he was erased on that caught stealing.
Swing and a miss, down goes Dunbar. Second time this evening he struck out. 2 outs, runner on first, top of the lineup for Washington. Up to bat now in Stoudemire, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 1 run. It's a 4-2 ball game as Jefferson on top of Washington in the top of the 4th. Roberts' first pitch to Stoudemire at the knees, inside for strike 1.
Roberts
wait for the call as had Buck Hoffmaster out there second as this pitch gets by the runner. Sliding in the throw, safe as Ty Broughton. The ball got away from Ryan Hefner, who still was able to make it close there at second, but it's a 2-1 count for Stoudemire Runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
Like Smethwick's hobbled. He's been struggling this year with some injuries, a hip injury and a couple other things, arm injury. So, it's very important that he is healthy out there. Run means a lot. There's, people in the dugout that could run. So, I'm not sure if I'd risk that, but he's out there. The ball squirted away. He still made it really close. Yeah, earlier on that play, the ball just skipped and bounced, and I think Buck was making sure he held the ball before he made that call, but it really shut the running game down at that point.
My apologies there in getting Broughton confused with Smedic as this pitch, breaking ball, catches the outside part of the plate. Count's now even to Stoudemire at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Smedic came in as the courtesy runner for the catcher. Takes a wide lead there on second. Pitch from Roberts, a fastball. Outside off the glove of Hefner, but it stays in front of him. Makes the count now full with 2 outs and a 4-2 ball game in the top of the 4th. Roberts sets on the mound. Stoudemire in the right-handed box. The payoff pitch from Sammy Roberts with a runner on second. High and outside, ball 4 to Stoudemire, who will take off his equipment and walk down to first base to bring up Ryan McCarthy.
Second walk, I think, issued by Sammy. And, it's getting a time call by... Coach Lowry's going to ask a question to home plate umpire Jeff King. They're going to have a discussion. And we don't know what they're saying, but certainly he's either trying to acknowledge something going on or something. Jeff has a big smile on his face.
I was about to say, whatever it is, made Jeff King laugh there.
I think maybe he was just being real nice to him, trying to...
Could have just been a knock-knock joke, lighten the mood here in this Jefferson County rivalry.
Like, hey, man.
Base open there. I don't know, coaching-wise, if that's a bad thing to intentionally walk Stoudemire.
Yeah, you don't want to feed him nothing. He's 2 for 2. A base hit, the ground ball base hit that he's been hitting would score a run there, and certainly don't want to give any of the momentum back to Washington with a seeing out base hit. So give away here to McCarthy, who also has a hit today, but a strikeout victim the last time. So again, puts the force back into effect at every base as well.
First pitch from Roberts was a strike. The next one, check swing. McCarthy holds the bat back. The ball gets by Hefner. Trickles to the left side of him. It's a ball. And the check swing officially did not go around as we get the call from the first base umpire. So it's a 1-1 count now for Ryan McCarthy. Runners stay put on first and second with 2 outs in the top of the 4th for Washington. Roberts checks the runner at second twice. Fastball low and away. 2-1 count to McCarthy.
71 pitches. At times he's been pounding the strike zone. Other times he's struggled, but it's just like not been innings between batters. Like he'll throw, a 3-1, 4-0 walk, and then he'll throw 2 or 3 strikes in a row. So it's not been like consistently. There's really no rhyme or reason to it.
3-1 count now as the off-speed pitch stays high. Roberts kicking the delivery. And now off-speed pitch at the shoulders. Catches the outside part of the plate to make the count now full against Ryan McCarthy at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Runners will be off and moving.
Runners on first and second. It's 2 outs and a 4-2 game for Jefferson on top of Washington in the top of the 4th. Pitch. Nope. Roberts brought his front leg up and then spun around to see if he could try to pick off the runner at second, but did not throw down. So we'll reset here. 3-2 count. Ryan McCarthy up to bat. Runners going. It's a pop-up into the outfield. Backtracking is J.J. Pavanelli at the first baseline in the grass. Makes the catch for out number 3. 2 runners get stranded for Washington. Wide to the bottom of the 4th after a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, it's Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Spencer Dupuis. When I got into a car accident and needed to get another vehicle, I wanted to go somewhere I could trust. So I went to the Heffley Motor Company at 993 Hedgesville Road.
As a first-time car buyer, I really didn't know what to expect. But at Heffley, they treated me like family. Every step in the process was seamless. Not only did they give me a great deal, but they also helped me secure an amazing interest rate. Now I know firsthand why Heffley has such a great reputation in this community.
I ride with Heffley Motor Company, so you should too.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the fourth. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Trip Tobin. Spencer Dupuis back on the headset as well. Our cameramen tonight are Avery Newport and Don McKinney back at the studio. It's Nick Verzolini. I'd like to thank Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler for joining us there for a little bit in the top of the fourth as Jefferson on top of Washington here at Seger Field 4-2.
Hey, Trip, is his voice the same when we interview him?
Yeah, he has that real calm, cool.
Then you talk to him with the headset off with no microphone in front of him. It's totally different.
Totally different man, yep.
Hefner, Carter, and Pavanelli due up for Jefferson, the 6, 7, 8 batters to start off the bottom of the fourth inning. Hefner grounded into a double play in his lone at bat here in this game. That's what ended the second inning before that 4-run third inning as the first pitch from Colin Reed inside against Hefner for ball one backs him off the right-handed batter's box line that might not be in existence anymore after being kicked around a little bit. Next pitch outside for ball two from Reed to Hefner.
Seeing both pitchers have to, pull the zone in a little bit tighter.
Breaking ball high and inside. 3-0 count now to Hefner.
Certainly.
Colin Reed has not had a walk tonight, but now down in this count 3-0 to Hefner, the catcher. And he walks him on 4 straight pitches to bring up Noah Carter, the designated hitter for Jefferson.
Noah Carter is the one who led this inning, led the inning off last inning from that four-run explosion.
And he's what started it off. He reached first safely after an error by the second baseman, Brendan Kerr, and that's what, as Tripp just said, started that 4-run bottom of the third, and that's where we are now, a 4-2 lead for Jefferson on top of Washington.
Just threw up Avery's camera down there along the right field line. Looks like Griffin Horowitz getting ready in the bullpen for Jefferson.
Carter squares the bunt. A roller back to the pitcher, Colin Reed, and he overthrows the first baseman. It goes into the Jefferson bullpen. The ball getting retrieved, but that's going to allow Carter to go all the way to second and Hefner all the way to third on the throwing error. So 2 runners in scoring position now to bring up Pavanelli with nobody out in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, he's really going to have to, they're going to run for Carter. So number 20 is in. It's calling timeout.
Duncan, the junior.
Todd Duncan. So brings up a situation where, Washington's going to have to bring the defense in and cut off this run. And Collins is going to have to dig deep, try to get a strikeout or two here in the bottom of the order before he gets back to the top with Connor Bailey. So he's got a tall order ahead of him here. As once again, you see the corners up, but we still see the middle for some reason back a bit. Just don't understand the defensive alignment when you don't have a double play in effect, why the middle wouldn't come up as well.
First pitch swinging is J.J. Pavanelli. He pops it up down the first baseline, and it goes off the roof of the indoor hitting facility and back into play for strike one. No, these aren't like kickball rules where you can catch things off walls, so. No out. Runners on second and third for Jefferson.
I don't think anybody thought that, Colin.
Well, just in case at least one person did, you have to let them know. Big swing and a miss from Pavanelli for strike 2. Breaking ball caught him fooling. Colin Reed now with an 0-2 count to possibly get a punch out.
Reed really needs a strikeout. Pavanelli just needs to get the ball in play to the middle to score, another insurance run for Jefferson, and there it is.
And it's a chopper down the third base line. The throw home, the slide head first, safe is Hefner. It was a 5-2 ball game now as Pavanelli is safe at first, and on the throw, that is actually Duncan, courtesy runner, going over to third.
Daquan Shipe back up to the plate.
He had him 0-2. Got him to just dribble the ball to third, perfectly where he wanted, and just hit it too soft. So absolutely nothing, went his way after that 0-2 count.
First pitch in the dirt against Shipe from Reed for ball 1.
So after the walk, and then Reed threw the bunt away. Then he did fight back and get the 0-2 count. And
5-2 ball game, runners on the corners for Jefferson.
Broughton took one in the midsection, so Jeff King's going to wipe the plate off, give him a chance to stretch out a little bit. But I wouldn't say the wheels fall off, because that's when it really gets out of hand. But it has the potential for the wheels to fall off here for Colin Reed if he doesn't settle in and get a couple outs here, be a strikeout or ground out. But
pitch at the eyes and outside against Daquan Shipe, 2-0 count now.
Hey, Tripp, as a coach here, no outs. You got Pavanelli at first. You think about stealing?
Yeah. Surprised he hasn't yet. See if he goes here as the pitch from Reed. In the dirt, 3-0 count, delayed steal, and a fake throw from Ty Broughton, who slips to try to see if he could fool the runner at third.
I think he slipped on the plate.
I think he was going to come up and kind of fake throw, and he just kind of slipped on the plate, but the play was probably just a fake pop throw, and then fake throw, then pop throw to third if he were to break or something.
Wasn't sure if it was going to try to be a hidden ball trick type deal or something, but it's a 3-0 count. The pitch from Reed, high and outside. 4-pitch walk issued to Shipe. Loads the bases now for Bailey.
Looks like Reed is kind of giving the nod that he's telling him to warm somebody up.
Wow.
Get somebody warmed up.
Looks like there's a couple guys there getting ready to Dunbar maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Got to get somebody warmed up.
Colin Reed's going to take his time to get back on the mound to allow his teammate to go out to the bullpen. Can't really tell who yet, but it's the bases loaded, nobody out.
Probably 75
Jefferson.
Pitch mark for him.
First pitch swinging the ball in the gap right below the glove of the diving Braden Stoudemire. It's short. It's going to be a 2-run RBI single. Jefferson now leads 7-2 over Washington with nobody out in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, and great piece of hitting there. And what I said right before the hit, probably 75 pitches the limit there for Reed today. If 75 pitches, you can go again on just 2 days rest.
Mm-hmm.
So if they make it back to this game, if they do not win this game, they make it back to face Jefferson, he could pitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If they can get somebody warmed up in 9 pitches or 10 pitches.
Scoring the bunt is Kinsler, and the ball comes all the way back off the net for strike 1.
This Jefferson's now, it's going to put some pressure on anyway at all. Running.
0-1 count, nobody out. 3-run bottom of the fourth inning. The total 7-2 ball game now. Jefferson over Washington. Runners on first and second. Kinsler up to bat. Pitch from Colin Reed. Fastball, a grounder to Stoudemire, and he can't make the throw in time. As safe at first is Kinsler to load the bases to bring up Wobnitz. Infield single there for Kinsler with great hustle down that first baseline. Bailey's on second, Shipe on third. Nobody out still for Jefferson.
And they do have somebody warming down there in the Patriots bullpen. It does, in fact, look like Dunbar starting to get warmed up down there.
3 errors has been the big difference here for Washington, as
only 2 earned runs.
That'll allow Womnitz to step in, and he advanced to first in his last at-bat, and that was off an error by the shortstop. That was the second error of the 3 that we've seen from Washington. Is the first pitch, curveball at the knees of Womnitz for strike 1. 7-2 Jefferson on top of Washington. As Colin Reed sets, another breaking ball right down the middle for strike 2. Ducks on a pond for Womnitz. Reed trying to get the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. Checks all the runners. Throw. It's going to be a check swing over to the shortstop Stoudemire, and a double play. 6-4-3. Runner comes home to score from third. It is 8-2 with 2 outs, and Sammy Roberts up the bat.
And now just 4 runs in 1 inning. Or, excuse me, half an inning. But 2 outs now.
Bailey's on third. Roberts up the bat. Horowitz on deck. Pitch from Reed. Breaking ball that stays high above the shoulders of Sammy Roberts for ball 1. Roberts in his last at bat doubled into the right field gap. This pitch stays inside, makes the count now 2-0 against Roberts.
It's a smart call here. I mean, if they continue, I mean, they have to think if they are going to get Reed out, you know, at 75 would be the magic number. That would get him back in a couple days.
Fastball high and inside, 3-0 count to Roberts.
They could easily, you know, go to Washington tomorrow should they not come back here, go to Hampshire, get a victory, have Stoudemire, and then come back with, you know, with Reed in game 4 there. So
it's a 4-pitch walk to Sammy Roberts. The unintentional, intentional possibly. We'll put runners on the corners.
Courtesy runner now. Vickers out, the sophomore. Be the courtesy runner for Roberts.
Make his way out to the pitcher's mound, and it looks like that will be the end of the evening for Colin Reed. Hands the ball off to Coach DeSarno. We'll wait and see who the new pitcher will be after this 1-minute commercial break. It is Jefferson 8, Washington 2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Welcome back to Sager Field here. We've got pitching changes. Those brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? I ride with them, so you should too. As Colin Reed tonight is over after 3 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 8 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, 74 pitches, which keeps him under the 75 pitch mark. And coming in is Brandon Dunbar. Dunbar on the season has a 2.03 ERA in 6 appearances over 20 2/3 innings, allowing 18 hits, 8 runs, 6 earned runs, in walking 6 while striking out 13. Now back to Colin with the play-by-play.
Thank you, Spencer. As Colin Reed's night not officially done as there's runners on the corner, so that would still be against him if they do come home to score. It's Kinsler on first, Bailey on third, 2 outs, Jefferson 8, Washington 2, and Finn Horowitz up to bat. Dunbar's first pitch in the dirt off the knee of Broughton, and that's going to allow Kinsler to jog his way down to second. 1-0 count now to Finn.
Catcher's indifference there, probably.
Either that or a not-so-wild pitch.
Have to see how it's scored.
1-0 count, the pitch from Dunbar, fastball. This one does go off the glove of Broughton, and coming home to score is Bailey over to third. It's Kinsler. It's now 9-2 Jefferson.
That was just a pass ball there. Broughton on, I think he got crossed up maybe, looking for a pitch in. You know, catchers take a beating back there. It looks like sometimes they just miss one, or like why, you hear people yelling, why catch the ball, things like that. But they get crossed up, and that makes it tough.
This one low and away, off the glove again of Ty Broughton, but he keeps it in between his legs. It's a 3-0 count now to Griffin Horowitz.
As Jefferson once again is looking to bat around. They sent 8 to the plate last inning, and this is the 8th batter of this inning.
High fly ball over to the third base side, and it's going to go, I believe, out of play for the first strike of this at bat, a 3-1 count.
Great shot there that Avery got there coming from the right field line, looking at the left field line. A lot of fans there up on the hill.
My view obstructed there by the third base dugout, so great work by our cameraman Avery Newport, as well as Donald Kinney tonight, doing a great job up for our first base camera too. 3-1 count to Horowitz. The pitch from Dunbar, fastball low and outside. Ball 4 to Horowitz, so he'll go over to first base to put runners on the corners. Bring Hefner back up to bat for the second time here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah,
and advancing to second is Horowitz. He slides home safely. The throw home, not in time, over the head of Broughton. And after the walk, Horowitz goes all the way to third. It's 10-2 Jefferson. The wheels are falling off of Washington.
I was about to make a joke about the scorebook, by having now you got to go to the 5th inning on your scorebook.
Yep. Get to cross one out and move it over. As Horowitz walked.
He makes it all the way to third.
He walked, and he got down to third first, just took off for a second. And Dunbar was late getting a throw there. Then the return throw home to get the runner on the double steal sailed over the catcher's head right into our laps. And that allowed Horowitz to move all the way to third. So
2-0 count to Hefner.
I would say that Jefferson stole one there, and if get a pass ball or something here, they could steal another one.
Runner on third is a foul ball over and out of play on the first base side. Makes the count now 2-1. What was for about halfway of this 4 innings so far, a 2-0 lead for Washington. Now we've had 10 unanswered runs for Jefferson, who's 2 runs away from making it the last 3 outs possibly for Washington in the top of the 5th, as this pitch high for a 3-1 count now against Hefner.
Yeah, and Hefner's not going to push anything. He doesn't have to. He's just letting the pitches come in.
Dunbar's pitch inside, called strike 2 to Hefner. Horowitz on third. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Dunbar on the mound for Washington. And a timeout called by Hefner, who backs out of the batter's box. We started off the inning with Hefner. He walked on 4 straight pitches and later scored.
Started the run barrage.
And this pitch outside. So Hefner walks again to bring up Noah Carter. Runners on the corners.
Guess Hefner's had just to stay on first instead of take off like Horowitz did. Try to steal another run that way. Don't think he'll be over there long, though.
Carter advanced safely to reach base in his last at bat off an error by Colin Reed, and then later scored as this pitch from Dunbar low and away for ball 1.
He's found his way on both times on a couple errors. Balls that weren't, one was a bunt, one was a ground ball that wouldn't hit that hard, but the young man has contributed here, laid down a nice sack, and was gifted with a two-base.
Carter gets a piece of this pitch, slices it down the first base side and foul, evens the count up at 1-1 to the designated hitter.
Two guys warming in the Washington bullpen. Can't see one of their numbers. He's in a warm-up, and the other guy, I'm trying to get his number, but he's
pitch from
in
Dunbar.
the left side.
Again, slicing foul off the bat of Carter into the trees on the first base side, makes the count 1-2. Runners on the corners for Jefferson. They lead 10-2 now against Washington. The winner stays put in the winner's bracket. Will not have to play tomorrow as this one goes into the dirt for ball 2. And on the catcher's indifference, advancing to second, is the base runner in Hefner.
Like Smedic down there warming up. He was running earlier, number 10.
There's somebody else on the left side that was warming up a second ago.
Another foul ball from Carter into the brick behind home plate. Keeps the count at 2-2 with two runners in scoring position on second and third for Jefferson. As I said earlier, if those two runners come home to score, Washington would be down to its final 3 outs unless they can cross one on home plate too. Dunbar sets. Kicking the delivery, a ball low and away. Makes the count now 3-2 after Ty Broughton keeps it in front of him. It went off his knee into the gravel to his right towards the first base dugout, but the runner, Griffin Horowitz, stays put on third base. Full count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Payoff pitch from Brandon Dunbar. Swing and a miss. Down goes Noah Carter to end this very long bottom of the 4th. 6 runs across the plate. It's Jefferson 10, Washington 2. At the end of 4, we'll head to the 5th after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
To every parent with a child entering pre-K through 7th grade,
we invite you to consider Airborne Christian Academy.
Enrolling your student in a Christian school, it's never been more affordable. With a WV Hope Scholarship offering $4,300 per year per student.
And if you've been hoping for alternative ways for your child to flourish academically while remaining true to your faith, we want to partner with you.
Check out all the details at airborne.church/school.
Welcome back here to Sager Field in Shenandoah Junction, West Virginia. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me, Trip Tobin and Spencer Dupuis. Our cameramen are Avery Newport and Donald Kinney. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. The 3-4-5 batters due up for Washington as they trail Jefferson 10-2. And up to bat to start things off will be Cam Moore.
Yeah, Cam Moore looking to get things going here for the Patriots. Game will still continue until the bottom of the 5th inning, and then if Jefferson's able to get 2 runs, barring this game stays the same score, then it will end.
First pitch from Roberts. First pitch swinging, the ball ripped down the first baseline. Diving for it as Pavanelli scoops it up, steps up, and tags the base for out number 1.
So it looks like they're going to go ahead and let Sammy go. If they would have pulled him there, if they brought someone else this inning, he would have been available for, well, I guess they don't play on Sunday, so it wouldn't have mattered at that point.
Yeah. Maybe that was the thought process.
Mm-hmm.
Roberts' first pitch to Reed, taking strike 1.
Yep.
It was probably also, he was getting in a little trouble there in the top of the 4th inning. They had Horowitz up and waiting.
This one hops off a fastball, almost hit the chest of the home plate umpire.
Caught him in the bare forearm as it skipped away. Jeff King shaking it off there a little bit as come down and got him in the bare forearm there.
Pitch inside to Reed. 2-1 count.
Yeah, I wouldn't count this game out by any means. I'm not sure that there's an 8-run rally in it, Washington, but
3-1 count now to Reed.
3 innings, and they definitely need to start putting some runners on base and passing that baton down the line.
Pitch just catches the outside part of the plate, makes the count now full to Colin Reed. Reed struck out swinging in his last at bat. Count now 3-2 against him. Pitch from Roberts way upstairs, and it'll be a walk issued to Colin Reed. Bring up Kobe Smith.
And I'm sure that the Jefferson coaching staff want Sammy just to throw the contact here, let his defense work, so don't want any free bases, don't want anything that could give Washington a spark there.
Runner on first, 1 out, top of the 5th. Pitch from Roberts will be popped up by Smith over to the second baseman for out number 2. Justin Fuegos makes the catch. Bring up Zach Wick with 2 outs now for Washington. Wick 0 for 2 today. First at bat grounded out to the second baseman to end the first, and in the third struck out looking to end that inning as well.
Wick's had a good day defensively, made a lot of nice plays over there. Some opportunities, made a snow cone play and a couple plays there on the balls, ground balls to him, back to home.
First pitch, taken ball 1 against Wick from Roberts. Second pitch fouled off by Wick out of play on the first base side. 1-1's the count now against Wick. Score stands where it is right now at 10-2 Jefferson. Jefferson will just need to score 2 runs to win via mercy roll in the bottom of the 5th inning, as this pitch low and outside makes the count now 2 balls and 1 strike against Wick.
That's if Washington doesn't score here.
That's what I said. If the score stands as it is. This pitch in the dirt gets by the catcher, Ryan Hefner. That's going to allow Colin Reed to easily go over to second base. The count now 3-1 to Zach Wick. Timeout called pretty loudly there, as Jefferson's head coach, John Lowry Sr., will slowly make his way out to the pitcher's mound. As the entire infield goes as well, and it looks like that's going to be the end of Sammy Roberts on the mound. So we'll take a 1-minute break. It is Jefferson 10, Washington 2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
All right. I'll bring us back again.
All righty. It looks like it's Horowitz.
Yep.
Y'all not going to fight, are you? Good thing I'm in the middle.
What are we fighting about? I'm telling them.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast, and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Buy a local, I ride with them, so you should too. Sammy Roberts' night is done on the mound after 4 2/3 innings, allowing 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts on 87 pitches, 48 for strikes, facing 23 batters. Coming in to pitch is Griffin Horowitz. He is a .79 ERA, and he is 5-0 on the season in 10 appearances with 3 saves. And he's in 26 2/3 innings. He's given up 16 hits, 7 runs, 3 earned, 14 walks to 36 strikeouts. facing 111 batters. Back to Colin with the play-by-play.
We just have a little musical chairs there on the front side of the infield. So Horowitz goes from third to the pitcher's mound. From the pitcher's mound to first is Sammy Roberts, and from first to third is J.J. Polvinelli. 3-1 count as we restart. Zach Wick up to bat with Colin Reed on second and 2 out in the top of the fifth. The pitch, swing and a miss. Count now full to Wick. After Horowitz's first pitch in relief. Horowitz checks the runner behind him. The payoff pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. Down goes Wick to end the top of the fifth. So 2 pitches, 2 strikes, 1 strikeout for Finn Horowitz. It's 10-2. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the fifth inning now. It is 10-2. Jefferson leads Washington. And it's the 8-9-1 batters due up for Jefferson. If they're able to have 2 runners come home to score, it will be the end of the Jefferson County Rivalry 50th edition here in the sectional playoffs. That would advance Jefferson in the winner's bracket to wait, as of that would be Washington against Hampshire tomorrow.
Yeah.
So J.J. Polvinelli up to bat to start off the bottom of the fifth inning. He takes the first pitch low and inside from Dunbar for ball 1.
Yeah, nearly hit his leg there.
Looks like you got a pinch hitter on deck. And
yeah, it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter in McCartney as the fly ball into right center field. Running in is Kobe Smith. And Ryan McCarthy, the right fielder, calls him off, makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, they nearly collided there.
The reason it looks like we have a pinch hitter is because Shipe is warming up in the bullpen for Jefferson. So we might see another new pitcher, possibly, as stepping up to the plate.
It's McCartney.
Well, how's
Josh
that work,
McCartney.
Trip? What? You take him out, you pinch hit him, but he comes back in? Is that you use that free?
You can do it one time.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you can enter for a starter. Like a substitute can come in for a starter, and a starter can re-enter. But he can't play the rest of the game. Yep. He can only do it once.
First 2 pitches taken by McCarthy for balls. So it's a 2-0 count with 1 out, nobody on base in the bottom of the fifth against Josh McCarthy.
A starter can re-enter.
Pitch from Dunbar just misses the knees of McCarthy. It's a 3-0 count now to the 9th batter in Jefferson's lineup.
A pinch hitter.
Pinch hitter, Bailey on deck. His bat's hot right now, and this pitch just all inside. McCarthy thought it was ball 4, but caught the inside part of the plate. Might have been just because he tried to show off the umpire. It's 3-1. Never want to show up the umpire.
He walked out. But
that one's easily ball 4, just a bit outside and high.
He didn't even hesitate for that one. He just said, I'm going to go full tilt.
We have a timeout called now as Bailey
Vickers is going to run.
Step into the box, and Vickers will go over and run on first. Josh McCarthy did his job in getting on base.
Back to the top of the order.
Bailey, 2 for 3. He's had 2 singles to left in his last 2 at-bats. In his first at-bat, grounded to the pitcher to start off the top, or bottom of the first, excuse me. Takes this first pitch, a breaking ball from Dunbar for strike 1.
Logan McCartney's night is ended there now. That
short night.
That Vickers is taking over for him at first.
Dunbar throws over to first. Not enough speed behind it, as sliding in safely is Vickers. 0-1 count to Bailey. Steps back into the right-handed box. Dunbar stretch, the delivery, a grounder down the third baseline, and it just goes foul as it enters the glove of Zach Wick. So it's an 0-2 count now to Bailey. That would have been a tough play to go all the way across from third to first, with the leadoff batter, in Bailey with great speed on the base path. So it's 0-2 to Bailey. Takes his time before stepping into the right-handed box. Pitch from Dunbar, fastball. It's a slow roller in between the legs of the second baseman, Brendan Kerr. So the error will allow runners at first and second. Stays with 1 out to bring up Kinsler. That's the 4th error tonight for Washington.
And I feel like this hurt Washington. The errors hurt Washington a few times this season when we've had them on TV 10 in a couple ball games.
That's the second as well by Kerr. So he's had 2 of the 4 errors. Scoring the bunt, pulling it back is Kinsler as the ball outside. So 1-0 count.
Look for Jefferson possibly to bunt here and try to win it with a single from Wabnitz. Kinsler can get it up to third baseline. He can certainly.
Breaking ball stays high. 2-0 count now for Kinsler. With 1 out, runners on first and second. The runner on first, both runners came home to score, would be the game-winning run, as it's 10-2 Jefferson on top of Washington in the bottom of the 5th. And in high school baseball, as this pitch outside for ball 3, the state of West Virginia, it is a 10-run roll starting in the 5th inning. So Jefferson with an opportunity to get the win if they can get 2 runs. Pitch right down the middle for strike 1 against Kinsler.
Collins calling for it. He must want a short night, don't he?
I just have to make sure our
talking about
listeners
more than me.
are aware of it.
Collins, he's trying for a short night. He's walking Washington right out of here.
Pitch outside, ball 4 to Kinsler, loads the bases for Wabnitz.
Well, the winning run is on second now, Tripp, in scoring position.
Now you can talk about it, huh?
I know some people say that there's certain things that you should not talk about
like
as a
Fight
broadcaster, like Fight Club, like a no-hitter or a perfect game, but you have to, because if you don't, your viewer or listener might not know, and that's a failure for a broadcaster.
I don't think you got. Yeah, no, but we need to get awards too, don't we? We don't have the awards.
Exactly, as a breaking ball from Dunbar inside against Wabnitz for ball 1.
Yeah, hit the ground there, then it bounced and hit the legs of Wabnitz.
1 out, bases loaded for Jefferson.
Jefferson has just done a tremendous job of, just putting pressure on with speed and base running and timely hitting. And
high fly ball into left center field. Coming in on it is Cam Moore. Makes the catch for out number 2. All the runners going to go around. The sac fly makes it 11-2 Jefferson.
There you go, 1 run away now with the starting pitcher tonight, Sammy Roberts, coming up to the plate, not pitching anymore, but started the game tonight. Help himself out here.
It's 11-2, 2 runners in scoring position. Roberts walked in his last at bat, doubled in 1 at bat as well, and grounded to third. So he is 1 for 2, has an opportunity to end this one in this at bat. The first pitch from Dunbar, breaking ball off the foot of the catcher Ty Broughton, and rolls into the grass in front of him for ball 1. If that would have went to the backstop, it'd be game over.
Jefferson only has 6 hits today for their 11 runs. that tells you how much Washington shot themselves in the foot with
4 errors.
7 walks and 4 errors.
Dunbar sets. Line up in the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball over the head of the pitcher. And the shortstop, Braden Stoudemire, loses it out of his glove. Game over, as safe at first is Sammy Roberts, and coming home to score from third all the way home is Connor Bailey. Jefferson wins in 10-run rule. Final score, Jefferson 12, Washington 2. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back for the Palace Lounge postgame show. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast, and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The game may be over, but don't go away just yet. We've got a complete game recap, analysis, stats, the player of the game, and we'll prepare you for our next broadcast. All on the postgame show. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Cody's Auto Body, Laddie's Bar and Grill, Trips Flooring, The Mortgage Center, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, the Heffley Motor Company, the Palace Lounge, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Page, final score, Jefferson 12, Washington 5. Even though Washington out-hits Jefferson 7-6, big difference, 6 errors by Washington, 3 of them against the second baseman, Brendan Kerr. And then that is that. As I'm Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuy, our cameraman / new executive producer here on the ATEM is Donald Kinney. Cameraman, as well as Avery Newport. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. Well, it was Washington on top first, 2-0 after a pretty rocking first inning for them with 3 straight singles. And then from there, they got the 2 runs off a fielder's choice against Reed, a grounder by Smith, and then a grounder to second by Zach Wick. But after that, it was all Jefferson Cougars who get the win, 12-2, Trip.
Yeah, you cannot, make multiple errors like that. And so, 5-6 errors by Washington, 7 walks, ends up being 13 free bases. You give Jefferson 13 free bases, they're going to figure out a way to bunt and run and steal runs from you and steal bases and just you create havoc and chaos and force you to make plays and quick plays, which of course forces you to make errors. Jefferson did something today that we've heard Coach Lowry talk about, something they needed to do in the past. We've seen the wind. We see the flag blowing in, and Jefferson put the ball on the ground today. And when they did, good things happened for them. They forced Washington into errors, and they were patient at the plate, took the 7 walks that were given to them, and turned all that, basically, into a 12-2 victory here. Washington shot themselves in the foot they had the talent, they had the right pitcher on the mound. They got off to a hot start. They can swing the bat. They can put runs up on the board. They just shot themselves in the foot. At the end of the day, with the errors and the mistakes that they made.
Let's now get into our game summary brought to you by the Farmer and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to fmiwv.com. We'll actually get to that later, as it looks like Spencer Dupuis will be ready here for his post-game interviews as we see him coming, but we don't see who he has with him. Who do you got with you, though? We're waiting for Sammy, all right. So it looks like it will be Sammy Roberts, who will be our WVU Medicine Player of the Game as well. So we wait for Sammy and Coach Lowry to come down from the first base line. It looks like it will be Sammy first, the winning pitcher tonight, and let's now send it to Spencer Dupuis with Sammy Roberts.
Joined with Sammy Roberts, pitched today, got the win on the mound, and you were at the plate. You ran the ball out the first, and there was an error. You guys able to get the big win here in 5 innings. What does it say about your guys' team?
I think it just proves that we went through a lot of adversity this season. We're willing to fight back and show them what we're all about. Really got our bats going today, and I'm really proud of our team.
And then you on the mound, obviously a little rough first inning, but able to put everything away, put that behind you, and get through the rest of your outing.
Yes, sir. I've had that happen to me a lot this year. I got to figure out the situation with that, but I feel like fighting back is definitely what I'm good at doing. So I'm happy how I pitched.
And this gives you a day off tomorrow. You guys get home game on Saturday. You guys ready for that one?
Yes, sir. I think we'll be really ready for it.
All right, congrats on the win, and you're the WVU Medicine Player of the Game.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sammy. Now joined by Coach John Lowry, Sr. Obviously, big win tonight for your team there in 5 innings. And just talk to Sammy. Rough start to the game for him, but able to wheel it back in and able for you guys to, not allow any more runs off or on the offensive or in the defensive side, and then a lot of runs there in the last 2 innings.
Right, we were fortunate. I thought we hit the ball really well tonight. We young man pitching for them. We know he's a good pitcher, throws a lot of strikes, and our guys were ready to pull the trigger, and we were able to square some balls up. But you got to give them credit. They made several outstanding defensive plays. They caught those 2 line drive, and they turned that double play up the middle, and we were fortunate there in the inning where we got the 4 runs to take advantage of a slow hit ball at the third baseline, and then I think we had a misplay on a blunder, so they kind of gave us a catalyst for us, and we were able to take advantage of that. But that's what the nature of these games are. When you get an opportunity, you got to try to take advantage, and we were fortunate enough to be able to do that today.
And Roberts in a jam there, pull him out, and then put Griffin Horowitz in, and just need 2 pitchers from him. He gets the strikeout to end that inning.
Right. Sam's pitch count was getting up a little bit. The game's the weekend, but it gets to a situation where we'd have to play Monday. We didn't know that at that. Well, we could still have to play Monday. It saved some pitches on his arm, and Fence played that role for us all year, and wanted to bring him in with a 3-1 count, with the thinking that if he walks him, he's already thrown a pitch, so it's not like he's throwing his first pitch when he comes into a new batter. And he was fortunate enough to come back and get that guy out. So that was big, and I think that speaks to the experience of those 2 guys. Finn has come in from third base a number of times this year for us, and kind of settle things down, and he was able to do that again for us tonight.
And you get the day off tomorrow, game on Saturday, with a good chance that it is Washington again, as they handled Hampshire easily yesterday, but obviously got to wait till the result of that. If you have to face Washington again, obviously, you talk about their pitching. They've got pretty good pitching, but what is it going to take to win again against them?
Well, again, we're going to have to play. We're going to have to hit the ball. We're going to have to pitch. We're going to have to defend. The point of emphasis to my team at the end in the outfield out there was they're in the same situation now that we were in last year. So, the realm, it's not beyond the realm of possibility because it's happened a number of times. You got to beat a team twice, and they've only lost once, so they can come back and beat us twice and be the champions. So we got to be ready to play. We got to beat them again. That's the beauty of the double elimination. The one game doesn't beat you, and it gives you an opportunity to get into the depth of your pitching staff. I think both teams have that, and I think Saturday's going to be another exciting game.
All right, Coach, congrats on the win and good luck on Saturday.
Well, thank you all.
All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Spencer, there as we hear from our WVU Medicine player of the game in Sammy Roberts, as well as the victorious head coach for Jefferson in John Lowry Sr. All right, let's get into that game summary that I was speaking of, again, brought to you by the Farmer and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to fmiwv.com. And it was, as I said, Washington up 2-0 after a 2-run top of the first. We went scoreless there in the second from both teams. And in the bottom of the third, it was Jefferson getting 4 runs across the plate in that third inning off 3 hits, but 2 errors as well. They stranded 1 in that inning. And then in the bottom of the fourth, Jefferson was able to add 6 runs off only 2 hits, 1 error. They stranded 2, but 5 walks were issued in that bottom of the fourth, and then 2 more added in the 5th inning, and that's why they got the 12-2 win. The 10-run mercy rule. Jefferson defeats Washington at home to advance to the sectional championship on Saturday. So let's take our final 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll give you our game stats and wrap things up here from Seger Field. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Pilot and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Ridgeline, CR-V, or Passport. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Oh, my brother.
I'm signing in on my phone. I don't know why the exclamation point is the same as the frickin' comma on his keypad here. $15 seconds. $5 seconds. Welcome back to our final segment of the Palace Lounge post-game show, and let's get right into our game stats brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Buying or selling a home, call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me, Trip Tobin and Spencer Dupuis. Donald Kinney and Avery Newport, our cameramen, and Nick Verzolini, who you'll hear from after this, back in the studio. 12-2 Jefferson beats Washington, and let's now get into Jefferson's stats as Connor Bailey had 4 at-bats, 3 runs, 2 hits, 3 RBI night for him. Kinsler, 3 at-bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 walk. Womnitz, 3 at-bats, 1 run off, no hits, and 1 RBI. Sammy Roberts had 3 at-bats, 1 hit, and a 2 RBI night with 1 walk. Horowitz, 2 at-bats, 1 hit, and 1 walk. Hefner, 1 at-bat, 1 run, 2 walks. Noah Carter, 1 at bat, 1 run, no hits, no walks. Duncan had 1 at bat and 1 run as well with a strikeout. Pavanelli, 3 at bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 RBI. Quan Shipe, 1 at bat, 1 run, and 1 walk with 1 strikeout. Pitching wise for Jefferson, it was Sammy Roberts with the win on 4 2/3 inning pitched, allowed 7 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, and 5 strikeouts with 3 walks. On the other side, the losing pitcher, Colin Reed, went 3 2/3 inning pitched, 6 hits, 10 runs, 3 of them earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Dunbar came in, pitched an inning. He had 2 runs, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. And let's make it official here. The WVU Medicine Player of the Game brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. And that was Sammy Roberts. Tripp, final thoughts?
I just think that, Washington has to go home and recuperate, from this loss. And just like John Lowry Sr. said, last year they were in this position where they had to go to Hampshire, win a game, or had to play Hampshire, win a game, and come back and beat Washington twice. So that certainly gives Jefferson a perspective there to not let down, which is an advantage to them, the way they fought back last year, and to make sure that they don't just let their guard down and try to cruise as they were able to be that Washington from last year and come back and win to. Washington, on the other hand, has Braden Stoudemire, still in the stable there. Maybe tomorrow they throw off and try to get a win with Hampshire, maybe with Matei or someone, and then they come back and they can win with Stoudemire. But they shot themselves in the foot tonight. Jefferson did a great job of capitalizing on it. It's what they do. You make mistakes, and they capitalize on it. They did a great job keeping the ball in the air tonight, with that wind blowing in and running the bases. So, it's not over, but Jefferson certainly has the advantage at the moment.
That closes this chapter, the 50th edition of the Jefferson County Rivalry. Jefferson wins 12-2. Tomorrow we will have Martinsburg taking on the winner of Musselman and Hedgesville. That is just getting underway there in Inwood. We'll hear the result of that and tell you about it on tomorrow's Sports Mix from noon till 1 p.m. on Talk Radio WRNR 106.5 FM, 740 a.m. I'm Colin McLaughlin signing off here from Seger Field at Jefferson High School. For Spencer Dupuis, Tripp Tobin, Donald Kinney, and Avery Newport, as well as Nick Verzolini, who you'll hear from shortly. 12-2, Jefferson beats Washington. Until tomorrow, have a good evening.
When it comes to breast cancer, early detection is the key. During the month of May, WVU Medicine will offer 3D mammogram screening clinics to women 40 and older on select weekdays at our Spring Mills Women's Imaging Center and our Jefferson Women's Imaging Center for just $60. This discount fee helps patients who haven't met their deductible, whose insurance doesn't include one with an annual exam, and for those with no insurance. Schedule your 3D mammogram today. Call WVU Medicine at 1-844-802-2734, option 2.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body. Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Modern Realty Results post-game scoreboard show. I'm Nick Verzolini as Jefferson defeats Washington tonight in Section 2, 12-2 on 6 hits, no errors for the Cougars, but for Washington, 2 runs on 7 hits. But those 6 errors really hurt the Patriots in this game. And set up now, Jefferson moves to 1-0 in the section. Washington falls to 1-1, so they will need to win 2 if they're able to beat Hampshire tomorrow to even have a shot at winning sectional. So definitely makes the road difficult for Washington now, but puts Jefferson in control in Section 2. Section 1 tonight just getting started. Hedgesville taking on Musselman. Winner of that game will play Martinsburg in a similar situation and will need to win 2 to advance to regionals. In terms of professional scores tonight in Major League Baseball, a lot of the games obviously just getting started, but there were a few day games today. The Astros beating the Twins 11-3, 15 hits for the Stros in that win, and they're playing Game 2 right now. They have a doubleheader, 4-0 lead for the Astros currently. Reds lead the Pirates 1-0 in the top of the second inning. Earlier today, a final. You heard it right here on Talk Radio WRNR, or you could have heard it, as the Mets beat the Nationals 4-1. 5 hits for the Mets, 4 hits for the Nats. Taijuan Walker getting the win. Oakland beating Detroit today 5-3, and the Orioles are back in the win column over the St. Louis Cardinals 3-2. 8 hits for the O's, 14 wins now on the season, sitting at 14-18. Keegan Aiken getting the win. Steven Matz receiving the loss, and Batista gets the save for Baltimore. Later on tonight in Major League Baseball, Royals taking on the Rangers at 8:05. Yankees White Sox at 8:10. Phillies Dodgers at 10:10. In the National Basketball Association, NBA playoffs going on right now on ESPN. Just getting started. Heat 76ers will play the pivotal Game 6. Miami leading that series 3-2. And then at 9:30 tonight, following that game on ESPN, the Suns will take on the Mavericks. It's a 3-2 lead currently for Phoenix. Some NFL schedule news. Weeks where the schedule was released, I believe, and Week 1 for the local teams. Pittsburgh starts in Cincinnati at 1 p.m. at Paul Brown Stadium. Baltimore is in New York for the 9/11 matchup there at MetLife Stadium. And Washington starts the year. Let's see, where are the Commanders? There they are. They're taking on Jacksonville at home at FedEx. So rest of the schedule has either been announced or will be announced throughout the night. Not quite sure on that, but Week 1 is at least set. And that's pretty much all that's going on in sports right now. In the NHL tonight, by the way, don't want to forget about hockey. Carolina taking on Boston tonight at 7 on TNT. Over on TBS at 7:30, Maple Leafs taking on the Lightning. 3-2 lead for Toronto in the Boston series. Carolina's leading 3-2. 3-2 lead for the St. Louis Blues. They play the Wild tonight at 9:30 on TNT. And then the nightcap Oilers-Kings, it's a 3-2 lead for L.A. So all those series could end tonight or go to Game 7. That one gets started at 10 p.m. on TBS. So that is now, I think, everything that I needed to go over here on the Modern Realty Results Scoreboard show. Again, your final score tonight, Jefferson beating Washington 12-2. We're back with more high school baseball action tomorrow as we'll have the Section 1 championship between Martinsburg and either Hedgesville or Musselman, depending on who wins that game tonight. So for Talk Radio WRNR Sports, I'm Nick Verzolini, and that does it for us here tonight. Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Modern Realty Results, and the Skinner Law Firm.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talkradiowrnr.com. All rights reserved.